Hello guys, welcome back to my channel once again. Today this is CN Great Counsels on the screen, and in today's video I want to quickly talk about a few things concerning trading synthetic indices, fast forex generally, but especially trading synthetic indices. And to narrow it down, I want to quickly talk about boom and crash. Okay, now whoever that tells you that trading with indicators, okay, messes up your chart and all that, and that it doesn't work, that person doesn't know what he or she is saying, because it can actually give you a whole lot of money. The major thing there is, do you know how to carefully manipulate these indicators to give you a profit oriented strategy? That's the concern. Do you actually know that you can manipulate? When I say manipulation, I mean changing the figures, the parameters, and of course observing them over a long period of time to see how it behaves and to see how profitable they are. This is what makes the indicators, okay, strategies. This is what makes the indicators strategy, okay? Otherwise it won't be strategy. So the point is, how do you know? How do you manipulate it? How do you observe it? How do you carefully follow it to know if it's profit oriented? That is where the problem lies. But if it's about why is it there in the first place, right? We have tons and tons of indicators. If you go here, you are going to see tons and tons of indicators, okay? Tons of them. And do you think they're just there for fancy? They are here for you to manipulate. Yes, those that invented them, and they have their standard parameters. But then, with careful manipulations and the understanding of the behavior of the market, you can always manipulate and come up with indicators that would give you highly profitable strategies. Okay, so this is a perfect example of one of them. I hear some, especially currency pair traders, they say you make your chart a kind of messy and all that with indicators and all that. Yes, it's true, but that is only when you do not know what to do and how it works and how to manipulate them to give you a profit-oriented strategy. This is a perfect example with just an indicator, Bollinger Bands, okay, carefully manipulated to to follow a particular movement of the market to give you results. And of course, like I always say in my videos, for those of you who have been following me, although I've not been making videos on boom and crash on synthetic indices, but that doesn't mean I don't make money from it. I still make fractions. Money whenever I want to. It's just a question of time. I need to look at the charts, know what the market is doing. I have tons and tons of strategies. I have different mobile devices with different strategies permanently set on them. And so if I want to be making money from each of the strategies, I know when to log in, what to look at, and how to make my profit. This is actually a trade that I've been running for an hour plus, okay, on Crash 500. It wouldn't have been a coincidence, okay, just with a small account, okay. Imagine for 1 hour plus, if I was to use good equity like $1,000, okay, this is something that would have, let me just blow your mind so that you be sure. This is 15 minutes time frame. This 15 minutes time frame. Can you count these candlesticks? This is where I entered, okay. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is about an hour 15 minutes, okay. An hour 15 minutes, or close to an hour 15 minutes, over 1 hour. Imagine you are using one standard lot size, and then you are taking up to 3 positions or 4 or 5. That would have been a whole lot of money, okay. But is this just a coincidence? Of course not. Of course not. Now, I always say that you combine a lot of things to trade, okay? It's not just one thing. Now, because of that, I'm going to be showing you why you need something like this. Now, if you look at the chart very well, you're going to see that the main thing is the Bollinger Band that is giving me signal, kind of signal of what the market is doing and how it is behaving, and of course playing around the different lines of the Bollinger Bands. Okay, the first line, that is to the down, the middle line, and then the line to the up. Okay, the outer line to the upside, the outer line to the downside, and then the middle line. This is 1 hour time frame. Now if you are going to be using this Bollinger Band to take signals, please, I advise you use it on 1 hour and 30 minutes time frame. Okay, you can as well check 15 minutes time frame, but majorly 1 hour and 30 minutes time frame. You can add some other things as I'm going to explain, because as you are looking at this place now, this trend line is also giving me signal. Okay, this trend line is also giving me signal. Now don't worry about this horizontal line, but let me just tell you why I added the horizontal lines there, so that I will remove them and then give you the analysis of what. Now when I enter this trade, okay, I just inserted this, plotted this horizontal line to know exactly where the outer line of this Bollinger Band was. Okay, the outer down line. Now I was looking at it from 1 hour time frame. I saw that this Bollinger, of course, in general, this market is on a bullish move. Okay, the crash 500 has been on a bullish move since about 2 days ago or thereabout. Okay, yeah, it's about 2-3 days ago. It's been on a bullish move, but then I discovered that this is where the change of what is it called, the change of trend started somewhere here now. And then the market had to price had to cross the three. From here, it had to cross the three lines of the Bollinger Band to the upside, and then it started making a kind of higher highs and higher lows. But then it never really crossed the middle line of the Bollinger Band. So each time it came, it reacted. It moved up again, moved up again, moved up again. Although I did not discover this market early enough, but then I also discovered that while it was making that move, it was making a touch, creating a trend, respecting a particular trend line. Now, both the middle, in fact, all the lines of the Bollinger Bands actually acts as a dynamic support and resistance, right? But then we have a trend line that is actually respecting, and that is why I decided to add that trend line after identifying that it's respecting the trend line, right? Now, what actually informed my M3 is the fact that it has failed, okay, to completely break the second line of the Bollinger Band, that is the middle line of the Bollinger Band, to come to retest the outer line of the Bollinger Band to the downside, right? Now, it came once to touch it here, right? This is where it came to touch it. And then it went up, okay, and then came down, and I discovered that it's messing and playing around the middle line. So I decided to enter the trade looking at H1 and M30. Why did I enter the trade? Even though it made a touch here, and one would have been thinking that it would still come down to make a touch or to retest that outer line to the downside again. But why did I enter? That's where this this plot came in, because I needed to identify the actual position of the outer line to the downside of the Bollinger side. I needed to identify the actual position of it on the three different time frames that are closed. That is 15 minutes, 15 minutes. At that point where I entered this trade, I discovered that the outer line of the Bollinger Band to the downside was at this position. That's why I inserted the horizontal line. Now, it was at this. Please let me check the M30. Yes, it was actually at this position. Please, it was at this position. Now let me remove it so that you will quickly understand what I mean. Now, for the market, and that's exactly why I set my stop loss below this point, because for this market to completely and seriously go against me, it has to drop until it breaks this outer line of the Bollinger Band. By then, the outer line to the downside of the Bollinger Band would have curved, and by that time, my stop loss would have been hit. But in as much as the market does not come to test it on 15 minutes, then this market will still go up. Then looking at M30, I also discovered the actual position of the Bollinger Band at the point that I entered. So the actual position was on M30. The actual position was around here. Okay, it's still there, playing around that place. Now let me quickly remove this that represented the 15 minutes. Now I discovered that on 30 minutes, the actual Bollinger Band position was here, and that's why my stop loss was all below both the positions of the Bollinger Band on M15 and on M30. Now, looking at H1, that's where I looked at also that the Bollinger Band was a little bit above this place, and then I decided to also place my stop loss below here, so that if this market drops to break or to hit my stop loss, then by then it would have come below the outer line of the Bollinger Band to the downside. Now, this explanation might be so complicated, but that is what Forex is all about. For you to be able to observe what the market is doing at any point in time. Now, where is this market heading to now? It's heading to, having crossed the middle line of the Bollinger Band, it's heading to retest this outer line of the Bollinger Band to the upside, okay? And probably this is going to be where this market will make a serious reaction, okay? It's going to be where the market is going to make a serious reaction. Now, I'm talking about this place. Let me quickly show you. Let me bring out my brush and quickly show you. I'm talking about this place. This is where the market is going to make a serious reaction, but that doesn't mean it would completely drop. Right now, if you look very well, you're going to be seeing something like this as well. Okay, touching this, touching this, touching this. Now you see that you combine a whole lot of things. Now by the time the market would have gotten here, now you see that it's a touch on it already. So I'm expecting the market to make a serious reaction around that place, but that doesn't also mean, like I said, it's going to go down completely, because if you check on H4, you discover that the market is still on a bullish move. Now, the market, even if it's going to come down, okay, we definitely maybe come up to this point to react at that point that I told you before it will drop, because definitely it's going to retest the middle line of the Bollinger Band on H4. But by then I would have gone out of the market. Of course, I've been on the market for an hour plus right now. Okay, so that's exactly how you do it. You take your time to study what the market is doing. Now, take note that I say if you must use this Bollinger Band, I'm going to give you the setting. If you must use this Bollinger Band, you should be able to identify what I just said. Okay, now it's been playing around, okay, around the middle line of the Bollinger Band, never coming to the down line of the Bollinger Band. That is the outer line of the Bollinger Band to the downside. But then definitely it's going to come down to retest it. But then I would have exited the market. Now, I've been talking to you for how many minutes and it's still going. This is not coincidence. It's something that I've been carefully noticed. Okay, so let me quickly give you the setting to the Bollinger Band. If you want to test it out, there's nothing to hide there. Okay, this is just the setting. Okay, now it's supposed to be a reserved revelation, but please let me just a reserved secret that I'm revealing. Okay, you don't reserve. Okay, that's just by the way. This is the setting of the Bollinger Band. Period is 34, deviation is 1.123, shift is 0. The application and this deviation is where, in fact, the parameters, all of them, take note of them. You can take a screenshot. Apply to weighted close in bracket HLCC/4. Then you can choose any color of your choice, and then you click done. Here's what you have already. So that's it. That's just it. Okay, you combine a whole lot of things. I mentioned many things here now. The Bollinger Band. There are other indicators you can manipulate to give you similar things. The Bollinger Band, being able to identify the trends, okay, and when the market is actually making bullish move, if it is crash markets, if you are looking out for buying opportunities, or when the market is making bearish move. If you are looking out for selling opportunity, that's in the case of boom market, right? Or any other market you want to trade with, right? But all these things I'm talking about, there's a unique way they react to boom and crash. Okay, now you may not get the exact result on volatilities or currency pairs, but boom and crash, of course, that's why some people call me king of boom and crash. Okay, I've carefully studied the behavior of boom and crash, especially, okay, and that's why I am saying whatever I'm saying with confidence. Now let's check how long we've been on this market so far. This is where we entered, and then we have 1 2 3 4 5 1 hour 15 minutes, 1 hour getting to 1 hour 30 minutes. Okay, that's just it. It's mainly just about 9 minutes to get to 1 hour 30 minutes on crash. Now imagine you use good lot size to do this, you would have been on heavy money. Okay, that's just it, guys. For those of you who think I've not been releasing videos or strategies on synthetic indices, I have my reasons for that. That doesn't mean we trade once in a while, because we have other means, other sources of income. I mean, we have good portfolios around. So that's just what I want to show you guys. Be encouraged. It's not a scam, okay? And don't feel those of you that say price action, this and that. What is price action? You don't know. You can't give me a simple definition of it. We trade versatile, okay? Whether price action, whether indicators manipulated to give you results, what we want to make is money. And to do that, you need to give it your time to study the behavior of the market, whichever strategy you're using, be it pure price action trading, indicator-based trading, and all that. You are here to make money, and that's what matters most. Okay, and this is CN Great Council signing off for today. But before I do that, don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you've not done so and you are new on this channel, and turn on your notifications so that whenever I upload a new video, you get notified. Also give this a thumbs up, like, and if you have any questions, please contact me and then I will answer you. Take note that my mentorship program is suspended in the meantime because of some other engagement and some things that are involved, right? But then as soon as I start it up again, I'm going to make it public to you guys. This is actually my commission account, but from time to time I try to do some trading to get some money if I need quick money, right? But like I said, I have strategies and different mobile devices, different devices that I install different strategies, and whichever one I want to lay my hands on to make quick money, I do that at my own convenience. Okay, so and that's exactly what I want you guys to do. Please take out your time. I have a slogan for my mentorship program, which is no one teaches you the game more than the game itself. Study how the market behaves, and then you are good to go. Anytime you want to pull out money, no matter how small it is, you are sure of pulling out money. So that's it, guys. You can see on M30, this market has moved up and has crossed the outer line of the Bollinger Band to the downside. Okay, the middle line of the Bollinger Band, and is now on the upper line of the Bollinger Bands. Okay, that is considering crash market now, and I'm expecting a reaction on M30. Now on M15 is also close to that outer line of the Bollinger Band, and on H1 is exactly on the outer line of the Bollinger Band, and on M5 it has crossed it. Okay, so it's either it continues until this M5 gets to this point where is a verified resistance and then it will react, or of course, since it's there already, I'm expecting a reaction. That's just it. So many thanks for watching this video, and I'll talk to you in my next video. Bye.